We also just left Afghanistan behind, by the way. They happen to be bordered with someone pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And they happen to hold a very interesting plant there as well.
Yeah. So you just have
Seven Hope.
There you go. There's her bio.
Oh,
Deep
God.
experience. She's one of the earliest pioneers to venture into the China market, even before Marco Polo.
Oh, this is so disheartening, man.
Yeah. So
because you would think that now we have the hindsight 2020 of the normalization of the opioid crisis, which, by the way, all that lobbying that was going on, a lot of that was happening pre-social media and in the early parts of social media, right? When the Sacklers were doing that. Now you would think documentary era, Netflix era, social media era, everyone being aware of this era, everyone I know had it hit home somehow, whether it was family or friends or whatever. You would think that we would, I don't know, have a little pause about something like this and not ask the question like, well, how many people have died? It feels like I need to learn more. I'm really just hearing about this the first time through you, but it feels like we're watching a very similar movie.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Safe, effective, non-addictive.
Safe, effective, non-addictive.
We actually randomly, it's funny how things work out, but after I'd gotten the invite to go on Sean's podcast, somebody found me because of my reporting on Chinese cannabis, who's affiliated with a group, an advocacy group that tries to educate people about 7-OH, which they refer to as gas station heroin. It's as good a name as any, because that's a pretty accurate description of what the product does. They had done some very in-depth undercover work going to CBD American Shaman locations and interacting with their salespeople. And their salespeople, it's like they picked up the Purdue Pharma or the Sackler family playbook. Safe, effective, non-addictive. Oh, you're on Adderall? This will replace your Adderall. Oh, you're taking pain meds? This will replace your pain meds.
I know someone who died thinking they were buying Adderall too, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
By the way, just to add here, I'm just reading Jackie's publicly available bio. Prior to 2015, Jackie spent her time as founder and CEO of Footprint Worldwide, a China-centric entertainment marketing, branding, and production company based in Los Angeles and Beijing, with achievements spanning across the globe, including 30 years in the music industry and 13 years in China. She most recently served as music and post-production consultant to DreamWorks Animation in Shanghai. There's more. She sits on the advisory board of the UNICEF, the UNICEF Chinese Children's Initiative. That's nice enough. Is educated at University of California, Santa Barbara, and regularly volunteers her time to music, cannabis policy, political campaigns, and philanthropic organizations. I'm less upset about that one than I am about what I read up above.
Maybe her work for the 7-OH Alliance or the 7 Hope Alliance, whatever it is part of her philanthropic work. Seems like a weird career move. But anyways, and to be clear, like, this is such a massive industry, and it's almost invisible because the sales from manufacturer to smoke shop selling it are happening in Telegram channels or on websites, obscure websites, foreign websites. Sometimes they're being shipped through hidden channels or disguised as other things to be shipped. They're being mixed in with other products. So we don't really know how big this market is totally. We have no idea how big the marketplace could be or how many other players are involved. So there could be a million Jackies, for all we know, who are out there advocating that this is, a wonderful cure-all product. There are so many different brands that this product pops up under, but one of the things that we know, just based on, I guess, plant science, tree science, it all starts in Southeast Asia. It's the only place these trees are growing. It all starts in Southeast Asia. So it's all a lot of it's coming from Indonesia, India, China. And there's a lot of chemical manufacturers over there that are willing to make, extracts of the tree, the plant itself.
We also just left Afghanistan behind, by the way. They happen to be bordered with someone pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And they happen to hold a very interesting plant there as well.
Yeah. I don't know.
Steve.
Yeah, I don't know how much they're into the 7-0H game, but I can tell you.
They'll find a way.
I'd been investigating prior, like simultaneous to the Chinese marijuana networks in Maine. As I was driving around looking at all these places, I just happened to notice this phenomenon of like every gas station and convenience store in Maine had been purchased by a new family, an out-of-state family that didn't really speak English or spoke broken English. And it was one of these pattern recognition things where as I'm driving around, looking for Chinese wheat houses, I'm noticing this. I'm like, oh, hold on a second. I don't want to be the guy who's just like driving around like there's people from out of America who are doing bad things in my state. Like I don't want that to be my beat. Okay, I'm not going to be these sketchy foreigners in my state. I'm
like Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino.
Yes, I do. Like I do not want to become that. So I just kind of kept it at bay. Kept like not trying to look away from the pattern. And then one day I was seeing this happen in my hometown in Dexter at we used to call it Crazy Bob's Discount Tobacco. There's like 18 LLCs registered at what used to be Dexter Variety or Crazy Bob's Discount Tobacco. And they're all the names of like Indian gods or something. And each of those LLCs corresponds with another convenience store or another gas station somewhere in Maine. And if you start following the corporate trails, it's like, oh, this isn't just, again, it's not just this random phenomenon of Indian American entrepreneurs who are buying a gas station or a C-store because they think that's the recipe to live the American dream. This is one organization. This is like one family, almost like one organization. And they're all coming in and buying these gas stations. And it's the weirdest thing because you'll get a town in Maine of 4,000 people. How profitable could one gas station be in that town? But they'll buy the other gas station across the street from it. That's weird. You're buying two businesses right across the street from each other that compete against each other. And then they like get rid of the pizza that everyone loved at that store. And then come the pot pipes and the bongs and the 7-0H and then the sketchy drugs. And right next to Tucker's studio, actually, rural Maine, this exact thing happened. And I went next door and I bought 7-0H products and intoxicating hemp products from someone who didn't speak English, probably didn't even know that carding was a thing. And when I indicated that I was looking to buy some 7-0H, he just starts taking it off the shelf and laying it out. And I have to like indicate by pointing what I'm looking to buy. And then a woman who did speak pretty good English, who I think was the owner, saw what was happening. And she comes over and this bitch tries to upsell me on the higher strength 7-0H. She's like, most of our customers like this. I was like, really? How many customers do you have? Do you know what this is? Is this why you bought this store? Where are you getting it from?
Like, sir,
when did you learn about 7-0H? I'm curious about those questions. Do they know what they're doing? Did they buy these stores with the intention of selling 7-0H? Because if they were intentionally trying to distribute and addict as many Americans as they possibly could, they wouldn't do it any differently. If you got a product that comes from Southeast Asia and you have Southeast Asians buying the distribution at endpoint, and it's another one of those things where it's like, is that racist to notice, or is there something there where we should ask some questions? It seems like a racketeering enterprise that you're going to come in here and you're going to like sell your sketchy, narcotic synthetic drugs. And it's one thing if people want to take a leaf off a tree and have like the normal plant, like coca leaves are still used in Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola still gets a permit to import coca leaves. There's some coca tea you're not going to be up like an owl. You're not going to go crazy off coca tea. But there has to be a line somewhere where this country can protect itself from the importation.
There's nothing wrong. It's bullshit that you even have to think like that. If you are seeing ties that all go to one place, I don't give a fuck who it is. Call it the South Park rule of life. Doesn't matter what their background is, whether it's Caucasian, cisgender, white male, or whatever, insert here. That is what it is. And the goal for everyone should be the same, which is that if there's going to be something that harms and kills anyone, especially within our country where we can do something about it, it should be stopped. But yeah, I mean, like, it just upsets me to hear a lot of this, man. I am very glad that you're reporting on it, and I'm glad we could cover that on here and, give more people some awareness. I'm glad some of these other places, Sean and Tucker and different guys have, I guess Rocco as well, have talked with you and also done that. And I hope you get on some more stuff as well, because I knew nothing about this.
You're going to get swamped. I'm telling you, you're going to get swamped with people.
Yeah.
Telling you their stories.
Well, I will read them when I get them. So you got the Robinson Report on Substack. You're on X as well. Anywhere else we should link?
So the primary place, I guess the outlet that I run in Maine is themainwire.com. Yep. Someone's squatting on mainwire.com. I don't like that. So you got to put themainwire.com.
Themainwire.com.
And my Substack you can find at As Maine Goes. And I'm on Twitter at Big Steve 207.
Big Steve 207. All right, we'll link it below. Thank you so much for coming in, man.
Hey,
it's been great
thanks
talking
for having
with
me.
you.
This is awesome.
All right, everybody else, you know what it is. Give it a thought. Get back to me. Peace. Thank you guys for checking out this clip. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button on this video. It is a huge, huge help. And if you'd like to check out this clip's full podcast episode, that link is in the description below or right here. And finally, you can follow me on Instagram and X by using the links in my description below.